Today is the 20th of March 2015, calling Jobcentre Plus on 01345 608 8545.
Please hold and your call will be answered as soon as possible. Thank you for waiting.
My name is Peter. How can I help?
Hello, it's just to make an inquiry onto my claim, if you don't mind, please.
Yeah, sure. Can I just take your national insurance number, please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell me your full name, please?
And James.
How can I help?
It's basically just to find out if there's anything happened to my claim. I signed on Tuesday and I haven't received my payment through today. It would normally be due on a Friday.
Okay. Can I just ask you some security questions before I access your details?
Yeah, fire away, mate.
Can you tell me your marital status? Mobile telephone number? Sorry, big one. So, can you tell me your bank sort code, please?
It's actually, if you just bear with me for 2 seconds, I can get you that actually.
Yeah, sure.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yep, is it the sort code or the account number?
Sort code.
Sort code is...
That's fine. Okay, Jonathan. Let's have a look, see what's going on with that. Give me a second. Right. There's been a suspension put on your account.
And why is that?
Because you're actively seeking work is not satisfactory.
That is absolutely nonsense. I have all the evidence that I take in every fortnight, and I need to make complaints because this is becoming absolute unbearable harassment, the treatment I'm getting now. I just can't take this anymore from you guys. I really, really can't. This is outrageous. This needs to stop. It's just bullying now.
Okay, but I mean, I can't say anything more about it really. All I can do is read.
It's always on somebody else's say so. No proof, no evidence, just assumptions and presumptions, and there's no recourse for them. They get to do it, and there's no comeback for them. It's ridiculous. I mean, who made this system the way it is? You can't just make it is just beyond a joke. Why does it say I've been suspended?
Because you haven't been looking for work, not satisfied.
That's absolutely outrageous. I take more.
I'm only passing the message on.
No, I know you are, sir, but I have more evidence of my job search than most people that go in there. I've got the evidence of it since the day I started in my claim with you in August. I've got a folder full of evidence for the last 6 months. That's outrageous. That's completely absurd.
Right, okay, well, what I can do is I can put in a mandatory reconsideration, which is like an appeal of the decision.
What else can I do? Is that the only option that I can take that's been offered to me?
Well, that is the first start of a complaint, if you like.
I've been making complaints until I'm blue in the face, pal, and nobody takes them seriously. They brush everything under the rug. I can make complaints until I'm blue in the face. What does it take to get some actual due consideration here? You need to get sanctioned, and then it needs to go to a third-party body, which is an appeal board. But you only get that due consideration from a third party once you've been sanctioned, which means your benefits stop, you lose your housing benefit, most people get made homeless, and you're left destitute, which causes distress and alarm in the meantime. What's the point in that? And 75% of sanctions have been overturned. So 75 out of 100 people, this is your own figures, 75 out of 100 people that get their money sanctioned end up getting it put back on because it shouldn't have been done in the first place. This is just bullying. This is just sheer harassment. So if I go for an appeal now, how long do I become destitute now before this even gets taken into consideration?
Well, you need to fill the form, the JSA
1LH form.
Yeah.
And where do I get that from?
JSA 1LA from the Jobcentre itself.
So I have to physically go down to the job centre to request an appeals form.
Yeah.
And this decision to sanction me or to suspend my claim, which is basically I've pretty much been sanctioned now without due cause or evidence, just on somebody's say-so, just because somebody's decided to do it with no actual evidence, even though I've got evidence that proves I went down and proves I've got evidence of my job search. Even though I can prove that, they can't prove what they're saying, but I still get sanctioned anyway. That's pretty much what's happened here, pal. Does this not sound familiar? Can I ask you a personal question? Does this not sound familiar to you? Because this has happened to 75 out of every 100 people now with the job centres. More so in different areas than others, but, you know, Bradford's really bad for it. But you cannot be not hearing this all the time. I'm certain of it. You must be hearing this all the time, these kind of complaints.
That's why we have there's this contingency in place for you to make a mandatory reconsideration.
Yeah, but what you're failing to consider is that once you've been made sanctioned, lost your housing benefits, in some cases been made homeless, which I have. I'm homeless now. I'm already destitute. And now they're going to make me further destitute by taking my money off me, even though I've not been late for a single appointment since I started my claim. I've produced evidence every single fortnight since I've gone in, and I still have that evidence now, all filed away in a big massive folder. I must have over 500 pages alone just in the last 6 months.
Well, as I say, I mean, that's the reason you can put on a sanction. If you want to appeal that, I can put
So just to clarify, the exact reason that I've been put on a sanction is the exact wording, the exact reason is because I've not been producing enough evidence that I've been looking for work. Is that it?
Yes, that would appear to be it.
That is absolutely absurd and outrageous. That's just absurd and outrageous. And typically, if I was to appeal now, how long would that take for me to have the decision looked at and possibly reversed?
Well, the sooner you get this form filled out, this JSA 1 and A, as soon as you get that filled out, then you can be processed.
And if I hadn't have phoned in today, would I have received notification that I've indeed been sanctioned?
I can't say what the benefit centres that what letters they send out.
So what was this, the other little option that you mentioned about, what was it, a mandatory, sorry?
Yeah, mandatory reconsideration.
Yes, what exactly is that?
Well, that's your appeal system.
Right. And what do you call that again?
Sorry?
What do you call that again?
A mandatory reconsideration.
A mandatory reconsideration. Right. Would you mind going ahead with that on your system? That I want to do that.
Okay. Right. Tell me your date of birth, please. And the postcode.
It's
Okay. And the mobile number that you. Bradford Eastbrook Court is your local job centre.
yeah. What I have to say to you, pal, is that I've recorded all the sessions in the last 4 sign-ons, every word of it, digitally. And I can tell you right now, including an additional interview with one of the managers who completely swept the whole matter under the rug. She gave me 40 minutes of bullshit in an undercover interview. I can prove, absolutely beyond a shadow of a doubt, that everything that their job centre have put down about me is lies. And now I'm going to suffer distress and alarm through destitution because of it. I want that to go on the record.
Okay, well,
And I can unequivocally prove that the claim, the reason that I've been sanctioned is absolutely nonsense.
okay, well, we should have a good case for
That's not the point. I shouldn't have to be going through it in the first place. They shouldn't have the power to sanction people like that. They just shouldn't, on nothing, on their say-so, because somebody's decided it today. They just can't do that. And they are doing it. What they're actually doing is illegal and unlawful. What they're doing is committing a crime. Because if 75% of sanctions have been overturned, that means 75 out of 100 people, these are your own figures, by the way. If 75% of people, the sanctions have been overturned and they never have been put on in the first place, there's something significantly wrong with the people who are putting these sanctions on in the first place. That makes sense, doesn't it? Does that not sound reasonable? That your own figures show that?
No, I don't make any comments on it about it. So I'm just...
Do you know what? It would be shocking to hear that you did make a comment on it, mate. Because quite frankly, it's that devastating. How could you possibly comment on it? It would just make you all look too bad. to actually sit there and admit. You can't very well admit it to me that what I'm saying is, yeah, right, that's the way it is, but what can I do about it? You can't even say that, can you? Because it just makes you look bad, doesn't it?
Doesn't make me look bad. It's not my
No, but it makes the job centre look bad. Do you know what I'm saying? So you very well can't say, well, you know, what you're saying sounds. You know, you can't even say that what I'm saying sounds reasonable. That's the shocking part of it all.
You put this down on the email. Just bear with me a second.
Surely you must have heard all this before. If 75%, if 75 out of 100 people have been incorrectly sanctioned in the first place, surely you've heard this 75% of your calls.
No, I haven't. Well, I mean, we don't hear what happens after the call.
No, but I mean, surely you get people phoning up and saying why have I been sanctioned, and then saying and accusing them of it being lies and not correct. How many times have you heard that?
All the time.
All the time. And given that your own figures show that all the time is actually correct, that yeah, all the time those people are actually telling the truth, because 75% of those people have had the, you know, that actually is, do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, I don't look at any figures beyond what I send to the job centre, benefit centres, and what's.
No, but what I'm saying is you said you hear that all the time, don't you? You know, that there must be lying, it's not right. So if you're hearing that all the time, and that's what...
People are lying just because we hear it all the time.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're hearing that all the time, and it turns out that 75% of those people were actually telling the truth, doesn't that make it the people at the job centre who are putting these sanctions on look really, 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 really bad?
Well, I mean, I'm not making any comment on it at all. I mean, I'm just doing.
No, but I mean, just in general, I mean, doesn't it make them look bad if basically 75% of the people are sanctioning is incorrect? Doesn't that make them look a bit incompetent, really? Given the fact that you're talking destitution here, distress and alarm, which is against human rights. What they're actually doing is unlawful. The power to sanction in the way they are doing is actually illegal and unlawful. It's a crime. It's actually a crime, what they're doing. Did you know that?
Well, no, it's not. It's not illegal because you sign up to the fact.
No. It's absolutely illegal to sign somebody off for a sanction when there's no proof and no just cause. They've got no evidence.
Well, they believe they have just cause. I mean,
no, they don't have just cause, because I've got actual physical evidence that they're lying.
I'm not getting into
No, but I want you just... of course not. I just want you to understand the situation. Are you aware that this is going on?
Yeah, I'm just going to put you on hold for a second.
Yeah.
Right, hold on. Right, so let me get this email sent off to the benefit centre.
Yeah.
And someone will ring you back. Let's see, by 4:39 this afternoon.
Right. Well, that's great. Well, thanks for your patience anyway, and for my little rant. But obviously, I'm now distressed and alarmed being told that I've been sanctioned for something that is completely absurd in the first place. The reason that you've given me for being sanctioned has just caused me a great amount of distress and alarm. I am now destitute. I have no money to feed myself. Do you understand my... that's reason enough to be pissed off, is it not?
Well, yeah, I mean...
It's a legitimate reason to be pissed off, plain and simple. You don't even need to think about that answer, really, I don't think.
Would you like me to put you in touch with the food banks?
I'm going to have no choice, because I'm going to starve otherwise. Yes, absolutely. I need any help I can get right now. I've just been made destitute.
Okay, just give me a second. Just give me a second. What's your first part of your postcode again? Sorry,
Yes, it's... No worries.
Jubilee Centre, Jermyn Street, or Stott Street, Bradford.
What street, sorry?
Jermyn Street, Jermyn.
Jerm Jermyn
YN.
Jermyn Street. What was the other one?
Jubilee Centre.
Jubilee Centre. That rings a bell.
Yeah, it's off Jermyn Street. Is off Stott Street.
Right, I could find it through the Google Maps. It won't be a problem.
There's a BD1 40J is the postcode that's any good to.
Yeah, the BD11's good. It's just back in city centre, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like it. Right. There's no. Seems to phone number for. Yeah. There's a telephone number. It's 01274
01274
409
409
562.
562.
I'll give them a ring first before you do anything. Let them know what or ask them what you need to be able to go down there. You might need your signing on book or whatever.
Right. Okay. And the actual appeal itself, how is that going to proceed now?
Well, someone will ring you back by the time I mentioned before.
Right.
And you'll be able to discuss with them, and they'll be able to tell you what happens next if you're not happy with their explanation.
Right. Okay. Okay. Can I take your name again, please, mate?
Give you my name. It's Peter.
Peter. Thanks, Peter.
Yep.
Unless there's anything else, I think you've sorted me out for now, I guess.
Okay.
So thanks for your time anyway, Peter, and I look forward to my call.
Okay. All the best.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay.